All right, let's take a look at how to use a new virus and a new hope to explore how disease spreads and the power of vaccines. So, this greenish area is your kingdom. All the green and red squares are ones where people are living. The green squares are for people who are healthy, the red are for people who are sick. You can see it set up so that there's a lot of people packed together in the middle. That's the urban area. Around that, you'll see different suburban areas, which are connected to the urban core, and then rural areas around the outside. Now, your job is very simple. In week one, along the bottom, you'll see the different weeks. In week one, you're going to choose an initial infection rate and a risk. The risk is just the chance that somebody next to someone who's sick is going to catch it from that person. So you are going to choose an initial infection rate, and then you're going to wait. Up here in the upper right, there's a little gray bar. That is the computer thinking. Once it is done thinking, then you are going to be able to look through the different weeks and explore how the disease changes. So there's week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Week 7, still thinking. Sometimes when I get out to week 7 and 8, still thinking. There's week 7, and let's check out week 8. Now, you can look at it and see how it changes. You can also examine the numbers. So over here, you'll see the total number infected. And then as you go through, you'll see the total number infected that week and how much it went up. If that's negative, that means it went down. You can also look here to see how many are infected in urban and suburban and rural areas. And at the very end, you can see the total cases and the total deaths. So your job is simple. Just play around with different infection rates and risks and see what you can learn. What jumps out at you? What observations can you make? Then you are going to try to switch to the model that includes a vaccination. Here, these dark green squares are people who have been vaccinated and who have become immune to the disease. So you are going to pick a disease infection rate and risk. Let's see, 0.6 and 50. And you're going to try the same disease over here. So let's set this at 0.6 and this at 50. And now you are going to give some people the vaccine. So I've chosen to have a high vaccination rate. And we're going to zoom out and see what happens to the disease now. So now, as we move through the weeks, week 2, week 3, you can see the disease is spreading, but the people who are vaccinated won't get it, and that prevents it from spreading farther. As we go on, you can see week 7. Let it think. Still thinking. It takes a long time because it's running all the simulations for all of the different squares. And finally, week 8. Now we can look and we can compare in week 8 what percent of the people got it, what there was total cases, and what percent died. So you can explore, you can play around with the power of vaccines and watch, really see how vaccines can help prevent a disease from spreading. So be curious, enjoy exploring, and observe the power of vaccination. Thank you.